Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great week. I just finished watching Erin McKean's Go Ahead, Make Up New Words. I had to watch it several times because I wanted to disagree with her. So before I even watched the video, I had made up my mind that I don't think it's okay to make up new words and we don't need to do that. And after watching the video several times, I love it. Make up as many words as you want. I agreed with everything she said in her video. One of the things that I really liked that she said that I never think about is how many words we have in our English language that we use on a daily basis from other languages, like ninja or caramel. You don't think about the fact that those words actually came from other languages and other cultures, and we just think that, they're our own. You don't think about where they actually came from. The other thing that I think is interesting is careers. Different career paths use different languages. The medical field has their own language. Have you ever talked to a doctor? Sometimes it is so far over your head because they have their own language. Over my head, I'll just speak for myself. And the other example I can use is the military. My nephew joined the Army a year ago, and we're not a military family. We've never done anything with the military. So as we're going through it, we had to learn a lot of terminology. It's all new language. Everything that the military does feels like it's a separate language and a separate culture. I also really liked her examples of combining hotel or motel with motor and hotel. I didn't know that either, so I'm very interested now to go Google what other words are combinations. I learned something new there. I liked when she quoted that said, words are a lot like Legos. If you push hard enough, they'll go together. I think that's true. I think, the world is ready to be explored, and we can combine whatever words we want. Just think 3 years ago, nobody knew the word COVID, and now I'm pretty sure it could be a 4-letter word. Everybody knows the word COVID everywhere. I think where making up words could be problematic is in the workforce. When you're communicating with anybody in work, with your clients, with your team, people need to understand you, right? So if we're using words that we're making up that common people don't know, then those words don't work. So that's the only negative side I can see to making up these words, is when are the words too new? When are we making up words that no one else knows and it's not well known yet? That's the only problematic part I see about making up words. You don't want to use a word that makes sense to your company, it makes sense to your team because you've been using it, and then all of a sudden you send it out globally and nobody knows what you're talking about. So I think that is a problematic part of that. They need to be words that are globally known in order for you to start new words. But they have to start somewhere, right? I think how you can relate that back to writing is your writing needs to be well read to the masses, right? So when you write something, you want everybody to understand what you're talking about, your context, your feeling, your passion behind it. And if there's words inside of what you're writing that people don't understand, then what you're trying to portray to them is not going to come across right. So I would be real leery to use new words that I've made up, words that I'm trying to combine in something that I'm writing that's going to go out to other people. I would say that maybe made up words should stay for a while in text messages, in conversations between friends, in emails that are casual and not in formal settings, like essays or books or the workplace until they catch on. I'm sure that LOL was a foreign concept for a really long time until people realized what it was, and eventually it caught on. So everything will catch on eventually.